that is just the killed. But how many people are actually affected by this flood? The record is 698,289 people are affected by it. 11,000 houses were partially damaged. Over 1,000 houses was completely destroyed. So this is just the information I gathered from internet at 3rd of June. Now today, I have no figure. I don't have the real pictures to paint to you, but maybe Chief Raman will have more information and what Chief has in mind, what are the projects that they have in mind, so that we need to raise this fund. What's the purpose of this fundraising is all about, so that Chief can enlighten us, then you donate it with a clearer purpose, and then your money will go to the well-being of all these people in Sri Lanka. So I'm going to pass over the mic to Chief, okay, so that Chief will give us the briefing before we proceed with lunch, okay?
Okay, sitting tired, sitting long, curious. How long already? 1 hour. You are sitting 1 hour, is it? Oh, more than that, huh? Oh, I see. Okay. I see. You'll take another 2 hours. Are you okay? Okay. It's wonderful to see all of you here. Today, the purpose, as I mentioned, the wonderful reason all are here, actually not wonderful, in a very sad situation, but the very wonderful thought each and everyone will maintain. As I mentioned earlier, the victim all over the island, most of the area affected, the data which is internet mentioning, even the other area, the same thing, those who cannot find the dead body, they say missing. Cannot be missing so many dates, isn't it? That means the death taken place. Certain places in the mountain area, understand whole village is covered by the earth. Also, you don't know how many, the data are not that certain area, the very remote area, very difficult to get it. And but overall, there's a lot of victims over there, and suddenly even some of the Buddhists, they call us, are you going to do anything? We didn't have any plan, you know. Somehow they call us, then we thought, finally, we discuss some of the people, then later part we discuss for the number of Buddhist societies, then we go to the TBCM. The TBCM have a generous heart for the committee members, immediately decide, I think, through telephone conversation. Am I right, Bratan? No meeting, no? No, e-meeting. Not e-meeting, WhatsApp meeting. They decide, yes, they come out, the appeal for the member organization to take part the fundraising to help for the needies. That's the story, the beginning. Today, without any planning, suddenly the things occurred. The members, as well as the Buddhist devotees, with a great understanding, each and every Malaysian, this type of occasion, how they respond, their generosity, their great compassion, the greatness actually really is a remarkable, wonderful part of that. I seen in particularly when the tsunami happened. The tsunami happened, we were able to load 27 containers, something. Also 20 or 25 content in Brookfield Mahavihara as well. Continuously. When the people go office, will be sent to Aceh, some sent to Sri Lanka, some sent to other places. After office, they come with the tile, Mercedes Benz and other car, just park on side of the car, just get into the short pant, then the t-shirt, then start to loading carrying the goods here and the heavy things, and go into inside the container. Have everybody having experience inside the containers? How wonderful, how cooling it is inside. Hey, do you mean inside the 40-foot container inside under the hot sun? No, huh? Oh, goodness, experiences. Yeah, really, it's not joke. You'll be there around 10 minutes, can see, if you want to be slimming, that's the best place to slim. Wait for the container load to load, go in and help, then you can slim overnight. I think this easily can lose 2-3 kg, I think. Believe me, people continuously, they loading, carrying the things and very heavy things, some of the bundle, I think the 30-40 kg heavy, but they continuously able to do it. I've seen each and every one of you with joy, with the great understanding and feeling for the victim that particular moment. This not only happened first time. The tsunami time we seen, Buddhist community seen all those wonderful action people are doing. When it happened to the Haiti group of wonderful Buddhist society, 40 of Buddhist society get together into the HGH, be able to raise fund 100,000, we go to Haiti. Then we have in the South and North Korea load able, be able to send one load of rice load, actually around 80 something. When then had the Philippines, the history happened, in the what called the India the things happened, and the Indonesia, all the places are natural disaster taking place, and the Burma I remember really never ever forget this journey. The Burma, the things happen. We ever seen the people carrying the money, the huge, wheelbarrow people using for the things to translate. In Burma, once you turn our money into their money, we need the wheelbarrow to take the things to another place. We had that experience, and after that, very safe. You can carry the million and billion, nobody going to help you. Very safe. We'll go and buy the items and the market doing the triangle itself very cheap. These all those things, but some certain places only didn't allow the normal lay people to go. With me, I went another 7-8 people. Nobody able to go to the worst delta area. They allow, because I broke, I think they allow me to go inside. I seen the people tears. I seen the people how painful that particular moment. You able to feel it. Can you imagine the situation? Those people, the reason is Sri Lanka, and understand 30 to 40 or 50% of the people, just only whatever they wear in their body. There's nothing else. The all things go in. In the tsunami time, the same thing happened. Can you imagine parents without children, children without parents? That type of situation to overcome, go through, is not that simple things. The important part over here, we are much luckier in this country, in this situation. Not immediate solution as well. Let's consider. I remember the people, wonderful concept, generosity coming from the inner practices, in your things as well. The Malaysian, Korean Malaysian, especially Malaysian, the Buddhists, take a very major role, contribution, the various parts of the world to help with the situation to overcome. The great generosity we are able to understand as well, that the blessing shower upon each and every one of you. See the yesterday, I think couple of days ago incident in Penang. Couple of days ago, mother, Malaysia incident. Did you ever heard when you are a young child, in your parents, the group of the student, 3, 4 people or 5 people get together, beat up one person until the child? You never heard around 30, 40 or 50, you ask your mother or grandfather or the parents, they never heard. This incident continuously happening in various parts of the places. See other part of that. See the religious violence going other places as well. All those existing wonderful religious teaching, existing people are contribute many things to development, inner development, cultivation, things that great contribution they are doing. That part also doing. See, these 2 areas, many other incidents, negative incidents. Today media was the most entertainment, the news, entertainment. If you go to social media, those days I don't want to watch TV, fine. I don't want to see the negative thing. I don't want to read the newspaper, especially those are people branded Malay meal, very negative news, isn't it? Those days people told me, they said they don't want to read the Malay meal. Even other news also, the front page, negative news always there. Nowadays, if you not watching TV, not watching see the newspaper, you are not still free. Now social media very effective. Immediately incident happened, post in over there. See the Singapore, the girl jump. It's a very sad situation, isn't it? The people are pleading for that moment to stop it. See, stop it? No. So the 3 weeks ago, the Thai college girl, the poor single mother, she's a Thai lady, single mother. The daughter, whatever situations are there, jump or commit suicide. It's all those things, it's a group of people, generosity, compassion, loving kindness, probably the great part of that people are practicing. Another part of that, the boiling anger, the hatred, depression, frustration, is growing as well. See, all those areas grow well in our mind. That's where the Buddhist point of view, what the Buddha mentioned, the very wonderful, beautiful teaching of the Buddha. You and me, all those activities, can you assure, can you guarantee you and me going to be free that situation? No. You and me can be the same situation, any of the negative the incident happen, various parts of the places. As a Buddha mentioned very clearly, watching your own mind, moment to moment, very important things. People may say they do the bad thing, that's why the flood happened. People may say the good thing happened, the cyclone happened. People may say the earthquake happened because of all those things, and also the other incident in Nepal as well. See, people, generous people, we collect items we send to Nepal. What happened? There's another sad part of that. We sent 4 container loads in our side. 1 or 2 containers load sent. People generously donated. The process reached the victim, it took a long, nearly 1 month. 4-5 days container reached over there. The authorities having all sort of laws and this sort of thing had the problem. So we collect 300,000 ringgit for the Buddhist society. That's a wonderful project we had. Number of Buddhist society joined, send the money, and also had the problems. What the problem? Victim not getting that part. You want people want to contribute. There's a generosity there. The end product, what's going to happen? Are the victim going to receive things or not? the question marks appearing very pointless. For all those items, after the 1 month later, some of them, they say that we send an agreement, they say not suitable, they throw it. I don't want to throw purposely on the thing. This can happen as well. Other things we are able to get it. And also paying so much taxes in over there. That sending the money, the group of the organization, they try to do something, try to government people involved and try to implement whatever direct we send to the various body, they are able to say. Then people are contribute, some certain people are contributed into our society. Then what will happen? There is no choice. We come out with the money and we able to build our personally lucky, I think, why Vimala, Bante Vimala, you know, everybody of you, with his help, we are able to complete to school. And this is a great joy that the people are giving for the 10 ringgit, 5 ringgit, 100, 50. Why they given that money? You mean they have too much money to spend or they have nothing to do with their money? No. People are giving money, seeing the tears on the TV. People giving money, crying people over that side. That painful situation going through, that particular all around the victim, that's where the people are contributing, the great generosity, the kindness, share that painful situation with that victim. That's where the people are offering that help as well. This all those, the evil thought, evil sources. Buddhist point of view, Buddhists very able to understand very well that part. The greed is always there. Defilement is always there. There's important things, what we can do it. This thing happened, are we going to reject? No, we are not going to do anymore. This thing, charity activities organized, some people again. Minor incident here and there might happen. But important things, whenever do it, right channel using, right way to handle it, definitely going to be a benefit as other all the places. Only the Nepal incident, some donors are little disappointments there, but don't disappoint. At least certain percentage will help as well. Individual people help as well. You know, there's a wonderful important things. You know, when you involve certain the rulers and political parties, political people, they have a different agenda as well. We want to get the mileage in their political party. They want to grab from many ways to do it as well. It's okay, but for us we can be happy. Whatever generosity, what we contribution we done, able to reach out as well. Now we come back to this particular things. What I mentioned, all those things. The important part, each and every one of you. When we look into all those wonderful practices, what we are expecting. One part of the Buddhist practices, generosity, dana. Dana can be many ways. This particular form, the dana, out of sympathy, out of compassion, giving to the victim free child. The create wonderful thought in your own mind, develop invisible your mental health or mental well-being or mind energy, it will grow much better. And we look into that today, we can see it. The developing all those inner qualities create where? In your mind. People create negativity things where? Also in the mind. Buddha analyzed, Buddha done wonderful teaching, seeing the realizing teaching of the Buddha, we can see it very clearly compared to many other philosophers. So much empathizing when you talk with the Abhidhamma, the thought appearing and disappearing, what is it? In the mind. Invisible mind, the wonderful greatest achievement, we can do it in our life. People going to go study, young children going to study, 20, 30 students in the class, some are genius. Why in that manner? One family having 2, 3 children, the same mother, same food they feed it, but different characteristics. And all those things developing in the mind. Some of the people having highly educated knowledge, the doctorate, the particular field, they have the double doctorate, well-known university. Some of the people, they have that type of doctorate, that type of education, that particular subject area. But certain incident come, they're not able to cope up. Little unhappiness come, they're not able to cope up. Little lump grows somewhere in the physical body, not able to take it. Little headache, they cannot cope up as well. This, you may have the higher, that particular subject knowledge, but overall, you can't analyze everything as well. There's important things over here. Time out, is it? Important things over here. Most important part, the developing or unhealthy or healthy thought in your own mind. Watch each and every one of our own mind. No one knows what is going to happen. You do it, and we hope, we definitely believe, not natural disaster happen any part of the places. If there is the uncertainty in our life, there's nothing with the karma or nothing with anything. This is the natural disaster happen. Will happen here. See the tsunami time. People up in UK and other places, they went to celebrate Christmas in the various other places in Sri Lanka in the beach side. From all the way, the 13, 14, 15 hours travel from Europe to went to the seaside. The people at seaside, 1-2 hours before that, left that place as well. See their life safe. The people that travel one part of the places, and it can happen. The death can occur anytime. Natural disaster can happen anytime. Most important thing, wonderful, beautiful inner strength, the inner mind to take care. Mental well-being, very important thing. Natural disaster happening. People are living without parents. People are weakened. There's so much, the tremendous, the painful situation, that moment, we have to realize, understanding, or generosity is very important thing. Same time, develop inner strength, inner mind is the most important part. Brothers and sisters, you are gathering here. It's a wonderful reason you are here. This you make little contribution is a great help, with a huge help for those who are victims. I highly appreciate it. That goodness you create within your own mind, that wonderful mental energy get into your inner, the development in your inner self, that beautiful, invisible, mental well-being you will take care in this life. This beautiful, wonderful mental energy help you in samsaric journey as well as for the while we are living in this world. The same beautiful mental well-being take into the next level as well. Many of us we never able to realize. Many, even the young today, the parents are not able to realize how important to feed the mind to feeding also required. Many of us we think, let the child to be physical to be stronger, let the bones to be stronger. When the other muscle to grow proper manner, we least priority giving for the mind to develop as well. That's the problem today. Recently I saw in the Kerala too, the Jaya grocery in front, it's a busy area. It's a 5 years or 6 years old child, believe me, is crying and demanding from the mother. It's a show. I don't know if some of them will see that incident, but many people were there. It's everybody round up and see, watching how the child behaving. What the child requires. They want it. There's no such a thing. He's not used to the no and cannot. To demand, he must have it. That's the situation. That's why important young parents and young children require certain qualities, to certain things to put into the very strictly. Not the public place to discipline the child, to punish. They have to feed good things into mind. Physical strength important, muscle strength important, equally important, more than that important, mental to be held. Then the children won't go and beat up one child until death. If you are not means, your child, your daughter, your son, don't guarantee going to be free from that. The incident happened in Penang recently. Thank you very much, highly appreciated. And it's a thanks, a great generosity each and every one of you. I can see nothing else smile, the joy of each and every one of you. Most of them, some of them came for the Sunday gathering. The same time, use opportunity. I really appreciated being the young organization in the TBCM. Just become member, is it? Eh? Last month, huh? 1 month time, this young child, naughty child, able to organize such a wonderful gathering. Highly appreciated. Thank you very much. The generosity as a coming up in, and also the highly appreciated each and every Buddhist organization, the great generosity come forward to help victim in that place. Wonderful, am I right? Wonderful, no? Correct? Huh? It's wonderful. Thank you very much. That dana is one part of that in our journey. They had not alone enough. They had to go to the sila as well, the late part, mental cultivation, bhavana as well. It's all those areas we have to look in, little opportunity used for that moment to help. Thank you very much. Highly appreciated, and appreciated for the BGF to force. When I called the organizer, can I, the use for this opportunity, they immediately agree, isn't it? That's another great generosity. Thank you very much for that as well. I think his job will do later that.
Thank you, Chief, for the welcoming address. Okay, I made a mistake just now. I said those with the coupon. In fact, everyone with the coupon, right? Everyone was given the coupon for the lunch. Now, those stated A, you may proceed to lower ground floor. Those with the B, then you may proceed outside the hall. Okay, that's the corrections I need to make. Now, before we proceed to the lunch, today, 18th of June, is also Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers here and fathers to be. We're just taking this opportunity to celebrate. Yeah. But to invite everyone up front here to cut the cake, so it is probably, I don't have that space for you. But we have a cake. I would like to invite Chief. Right. Now, don't laugh. He's the father of the Buddha Dharma. And the father figure to all of us here, so we'd like to invite Chief, right, as a symbol, or even the father figure for all of us to cut the cake, and this cake will be distributed when we have our lunch. So can I invite Chief? Oldest father and youngest father. Oh gosh, oldest father probably the Buddha. Who? Chief, they wouldn't want to disclose their age. The Chief asked who's not yet. So Chief is asking who's the oldest man here or the youngest father, the oldest father. I said men will not disclose their age these days. So we will invite Chief to, okay, and President, Brother Tan, President of TBCM, Theravada Buddhist Council Malaysia. When we say BGF become the youngest child, we became a member of the TBCM last month, so we are the youngest and the naughtiest child. Unfortunately, our president is away. May I invite our deputy, Brother Bobby, deputy of BGF, to come forward. Stand over this side. Okay. It's okay. Just this food. Okay. You want to? No. So, Chief, would you like to lead by holding the knife and cut? Okay. So there's also a request here. The president of MBCC, okay, and the president of Vajrayana Buddhist Council, and president of BLIA. Yes, these are all fathers. And also Brother Chim, a request, Brother Chim? So, okay, Chief, would you like to lead the ceremony by cutting the cake? Any way you like. Yeah, okay. All right, thank you. Once again, happy Father's Day to all. Now, the lunch will commence now, so please go to the respective hall that you are designated to, but it's not over after the lunch. Please come back to this hall as there are mock checks presentations from all the Buddhist societies to TVCM and as the collection point for Chief. So please come back at 1 p.m. Okay, we shall see you at 1 p.m.